What is up, guys? It is KikiZilla101 here yet again, and I am visited by my friend Cesar Chavez yet again. I'm filming this the same night I did the Chibi reviews, and my brother Naven and Kynan are also inside this room. There's Cesar, and there is Naven, and there is Kynan. He's playing Slither.io.
The reviews for G-Fest, even though I'm not going.
Yeah.
Wants me to talk about reviews.
And so, yeah, Kynan's playing Slither.io on my phone, but in my computer. But anyways, this is a triplet review of these three Ultraman figures that my awesome brother is letting me review. These are also his, the same as my my review of these Chibi figures that are also his. So thank you, Kynan.
Welcome.
And so I'm going to be doing a triplet review of these guys with whatever memory I have left on my phone to do this. But yeah, so I'm doing just a triplet review because these are the three only Ultraman figures that we have in this house, and so the only three figures I'm going to review. So my channel is primarily Godzilla, so they're just going to get a quick review with a little sneak peek of Heisei Godzilla. So yeah, let's get started. So we're just going to...
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I also have three Ultraman figures, which is quite ironic because they're the only three Ultraman figures in my house, too. I made a review of those. You guys can go check those out on my channel.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys are curious about Antlar, he has that that figure, and he did a review on it. So I'll put a link to that video in the description, as well as a link to his channel. So definitely go check those out. Anyways, so let's get on to the review of these three cool figures. So let's start off with Red King. So Red King, this is probably the best version of this figure you can get. Cesar agrees with me. He just looks the coolest. I'm not exactly sure what version he is. You guys will see from this tag that I'm going to show you, because my brother held onto the tags. Whatever, Ultraman Monster Series, or Ultra Monster Series. So this is the Ultra Monster Series.
Kaiju Series 500 line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is Ultra Monster Series Red King. So definitely cool. He still has the tag, so thank you to my brother for providing this. I guys show it to you guys. The tag doesn't really have anything on the back, just a bunch of Japanese stuff, and then this kind of cool thing with a little picture of him. So that's that. And yeah, so let's get into the paint job of this figure. The paint job, it's a consistent yellowish color with these green highlights in between all the cracks and the crevices, and on the bottom of his feet and in the palms of his hands and the fingers. And he's got his nicely painted eyes, as you guys can see there. Naven, could you stop that? Thank you. And then there's the red inside of his mouth with the white painted teeth. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the paint that this guy has to offer, really. He's not pretty consistent, but I actually do like his paint job. I do think he actually looks really cool. Anyways, I just can't get over this freaking tiny head on that giant neck. Anyways, as for articulation, detail is pretty obvious. It's pretty nicely detailed, classic Bandai detail. And, oh yeah, if I didn't say it already, these guys are all Bandai. That's genius of me. So yeah, he's got some pretty nice detail to him. Nothing too special, though. So, as for articulation, it's pretty basic. He's got his arms, which rotate 360 degrees, and his legs, if you move his arms out of the way, they will move 360. And his tail, which will also move 360 pretty nicely, which is pretty nice because usually they're pretty hard to move if they can move. So that's a pretty nice addition to this figure, because his head can't move, his very large his large and awkward head. So that's pretty much that for this guy. I'm not exactly sure for how much my brother got him for. My grandma got them for him, but oh my god, his leg just popped out. But this guy seems a pretty decent figure, so I think he'd be. I've seen this guy go for pretty expensive actually on eBay. So I definitely wouldn't pay much more than 35, 40 bucks. That's the max I'd pay for him if you can't find him very easily at the time, and you really want him, but I think he's more worth $30, so if you guys can find him for 30 bucks, that you should definitely pick up if you guys are an Ultraman monster fan and you don't have Red King. So, that's that for him. Now we're going to go to Gomora. Gomora, his paint job is pretty flat brown with some black highlights along his back, and some nice yellow claws and a yellow horn, as well as some yellow teeth with a brown mouth. Yes, a brown mouth, which is very weird. This weird front tusk or tooth right there. And these cool red designs on his horns or frill of horns thing on his head. Crests, I'll call them. That's what they are. And his weird crooked neck, which is very weird. But, yes, so, as for detail, oh, and he's also got this, like, gray, gunmetal grayish kind of chest area there. And some blue pupils, which are kind of interesting. But for detail, he's pretty smooth overall. You can feel some rough parts of all these wrinkles on his body, which is kind of cool. And his back feels pretty smooth, but some little rough parts. And his chest is very jagged. Very jagged. So they did pretty good with the chest. Very jagged. Very jagged chest. And some more of that you guys can see there. It's very nice on this part. This part is very nicely detailed on his chest. But as for articulation, he has a little bit on Red King because he can actually rotate his head 360 degrees. All the parts on this figure can rotate 360 degrees, including his arms and his legs, which are actually pretty tough to move towards the top, and his tail, which can move not as easily as Red King's, but it can move 360 degrees, which is pretty nice. He's got 6 points of articulation, which is pretty decent. So, pretty impressed with that. Very simple and nicely articulated figure. Very nice pickup. I definitely think this guy is worth, or actually I have his tag as well, which I should show you guys. Here's his tag. Big number 2, Ultra Monster series. All these guys are from that series. And there's a picture of Gomora. And it's still got this on the back. Which is, yeah, these guys were all bought new. But, yeah, so that's him. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, for his price, I'd say $25. I don't think he's quite worth the Red King. Red King's a little bit more detailed and all that. But if you guys want him, maybe $35 at the most. I think there's a Caesar and I have seen some there's like this, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's a better, more detailed version of him that you might want to get. And there's one with the mouth open, so those might be worth a little bit more. But for this guy, I think he'd be worth around $25. That's the price you want to be floating around, so definitely keep an eye out for him.
Start watching this. I actually got my Gomora and Antler for $15 from the same seller. I'm lucky.
Yeah, he got both of them for $15, so he got pretty lucky. So, as for the next figure, it's Eleking. Eleking's a very interesting figure. He's a very flat white throughout and some black spots because apparently he's a cow, according to Caesar. I'm not sure how true that is, but he watches Ultraman. I don't. Oh, he's not a cow, apparently. So, yeah, I took that a little too seriously. And, so, yeah, he has got no eyes, which is pretty freaky. But let me focus there for a second. Alright, there's his teeth. His teeth are actually quite nicely detailed, as you can see there. Or whatever that is. I guess it's a zipper mouth or whatever. But he's pretty smooth, but he's got some rough parts, especially this part right here along his tail. This is very rough. And actually kind of, it's nice. It's nice to the touch. It feels very nice. He's got all those little suction cups on his arm, or his fingers and his toes. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Not much to his paint job other than the black and the white and some shades of black, but and this silver on those horns there, which actually spin inside of the series. But yeah, for articulation, his head does not move, but his arms will rotate 360, and actually do graze up against the bottom there. So I'm just going to kind of bend that so it doesn't scrape it up. And yeah, so you might not want to rotate at 360, but his legs actually have an interesting rotation. They actually rotate at the knee and not at the hip, which is interesting, but they do go up against the tail there, so you do not want to do that too much because you might scuff up the paint, or it's solid, but you might scuff up the actual foot itself. And then the tail will actually rotate 360 from this point, which is not very useful. I mean, I guess you can kind of rotate it like this, but other than that, it's just going to be getting an Eleking that's like that. Not too used. I'm sorry for that rude interruption. My phone did some heat warning. I think it's because of this lamp here. And this phone is right underneath the lamp. Alright, that's not going to be there too much longer. It's kind of been sitting there because of the 2 reviews straight in a row. But anyways, not too bad. I definitely think this guy, I've seen him for $35. It's a very common price for this guy. I definitely think that he's pretty cool and actually kind of worth that price, but I think you'd be better off getting him for somewhere around $30 to $25, but more close to $30. I definitely think he's a little bit worth a little bit more money than Gomora, just in my opinion. But detail-wise, I guess Gomora is the same. So I'm gonna call it the $25 for both these guys. But Red King is definitely worth more. So that's that for them. I'm gonna just do a quick size comparison against each other since these guys are the only Ultraman figures I have. Eleking is taller. If you guys can see right there, Eleking is taller than him. And they size up pretty nicely. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Which I'll actually move my phone onto the ground here and off of its little stand so you guys can see that. But yeah, they size up pretty nicely. I'm not sure exactly how accurate that is because I don't, like I said before, I have not watched Ultraman. There we go. There we go. Alright. So yeah, that's how they size up to each other. Not too bad. I'm going to put Eleking with Red King. And Red King is taller. He's the tallest. I'm going to put Red King with... Sorry, yet another heat warning. Kind of ridiculous. But Red King with Gomora. So that is that. And now finally I'm going to do all of them with the Heisei Godzilla. So in case you guys are interested in buying these figures, you guys will know how big they are compared to the Bandai figures. So this is a very common figure, the Heisei Godzilla. And yeah, so that's him compared to Gomora, Eleking, and Eleking. I mean, I meant Red King. Did I say Eleking?
You just called Red King.
Yeah, I meant to say Red King. This is Red King, not Eleking. But, anyways, that's them. And I guess I'll try to line them up here. Actually, I'll put him off the side since he has a long tail. But there they are. And here Godzilla is, because he steals the show, because screw you. Screw you all. Godzilla's the best. And his leg just popped off. So good. It's arthritis has gotten to him. Godzilla. Anyways, these guys are some pretty good figures, so you guys should definitely go try to get them. If you guys are Ultraman fans, these are the 3 most basic figures you guys get, so definitely a great way to start off with your Ultraman collection is with these 3 bad boys right here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click the like button below. If you guys like what you see and want to keep up to date with the channel, please click the subscribe button below. I also want to tell you guys that I'm going to G-Fest pretty soon. So definitely keep an eye out for my G-Fest haul video and my G-Fest videos of when I was there. I'm going to be recording some stuff. Delete everything on my phone so I have as much room as possible. And I will be putting out a review of the NECA Godzilla 1954, which I showed off inside my Godzilla / Dinosaur collection update. And I'm going to be doing some more videos as well just over the course of this time before I go to G-Fest, so you guys can get some videos before I leave for the 3 days, and then I'll be back, and I'll pump out all those videos and put out Slog. So I'll also have to do the reviews for all those figures before Slog, but I'll be working on it in the process. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Yeah!